They say all that shouting isn't necessary. What if they've been through this colder than that month of February? I'm talking about news that'll make your body ache. And it's out of your control, so you feel you gotta participate. It was all good just a week ago. Now I'm in a doctor's office and they planning my treatment though. My work has come to a halt, but my bills, they longer than a tree stalk. I stand in line for aid and assistance. All the while I feel I'm losing my existence. The lady behind that desk looks at me as a stereotype, not realizing 96 hours prior, I ran a work site. I feel like my back's against a wall, so I pick up the phone, but who do I call? I was stripped of everything with nothing to spare as I laid on a cold, hard table and stared in the air. God, is this it? Will I see my wife and kids again? If I die and my babies cry, who will make them grin again? My life was saved, though it was full of sin. My doctor said, take a few of these and your pain will come to an end. But no, I must keep going. There's no time to break. But my back's against the wall. And the devil don't hesitate. When he came to me to convince me of my fate, I refused to be a victim and told him, clown, you too late. When I realized who brought me through it all, my vision became clear as he showed me a picture of it all. He said, son, didn't I tell you I would never let you fall? It was then I decided to serve him in the midst of it all. So if you see me go crazy or start to bang on a wall, it's my way of praising him because he brought me through it all.
As I go to the depths of silence to meditate on the words of grace, I'm thanking you for your goodness and how you continue to keep me safe. Even when I was going through my worldly exploration, Jesus, my physician, giving me that spiritual examination. My lifestyle was cancer and it was growing inside of me. The Lord, my medicine, he came with some of that chemotherapy. I rejected the treatment. I wasn't ready for my journey. So God had to rush me to the ER on his spiritual journey. Took my vital signs and my body was growing cold. Jesus had to do an x-ray because something was wrong with my soul. I was so screwed up. He said, first, where shall I start? Let me do an examination on your unforgiving heart. After that assessment, I was prepped for an emergency operation. I still was fighting his presence. That's why I had so many other complications. The surgery took hours, days, and a whole lot of years. It took me drugs, violence, blood, sweat, and it took me some tears. When I came to my senses, Jesus put me into recovery. He said, the rest is up to you. You have to walk into your destiny. I still did not realize what was going on in my life until that light bulb came on and said, you have to surrender to Christ. That's when I started to go through my spiritual rehabilitation. God put things in my life so I can go through my spiritual maturation. Like some people in my life, I had to discard. I had to sit down and study the words of the living God. I had to practice so I could implement this process in my growth, telling people about Jesus because he's that ray of hope. Whatever's hindering you, send up your supplications. God will come and see about you since he's the master of creation. Anytime he can feed 5,000, make blind people see, raise up the dead and still have enough for you and me. I have no other alternative but to send up some praise. He kept me 6 feet above this earth. Mike should have been lying in his grave. There's no books in the library or in the encyclopedia, no television shows or any other forms of media to display your awesome, astonishing, breathtaking, wondrous, magnificent show of affection. Thank you for allowing me to plug into your spiritual connection. Amen.
this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine.
Hey, Betty,
Yeah.
about what time you said breakfast was going to be ready? I do have to go to work, you know.
Breakfast was ready an hour ago, Nathan. You just didn't get up and go get it.
Get up and go get it. You didn't even tell me breakfast was ready. Why didn't you tell me breakfast was ready? You know what? Forget it.
Nathan, we've been married for 30 years. And every morning you've had breakfast on that table, even if it was nothing but cereal.
Betty,
and today, you want to question whether or not there's breakfast?
Betty, I said forget it.
Now, I want to understand why you think today is any different from any other day.
You know, I said forget it, and she keeps going on and on and on.
Oh, wait a minute. I know what this is. You wanted full service now, didn't you?
Yes.
Well, that's what I wanted last night, husband. And what did I get? I paid and I pumped.
Hey, Ma.
Hey, baby.
Hey, Daddy.
Hey.
What's for breakfast?
Oh, dear God.
What did I say?
Nothing, sweetheart. Your mother's in another one of her moods this morning.
Excuse me, I'm not in a mood. I just have no tolerance for foolish questions.
Well, Teresa just asked the same question I just did, so it couldn't be all that foolish, now could it?
Whatever.
Okay, I must have missed something. I just wanted breakfast, but I can eat cereal.
Move.
Hello?
Hey, baby sis, good morning. What's for breakfast over there?
Hey, Will. Hold on. Ma,
Yeah, babe.
Will wants to know what's for breakfast.
You tell your brother I said steak and eggs. No. You tell him I said ham and grits. No, cream of wheat and oatmeal. How about this? Tell him one of those open-faced English muffin sandwiches with the eggs and the Canadian bacon and the sauce on it. What's it called? What's the sauce?
The hollandaise.
Yeah, that's what I want. Tell him that's what I want.
Better get yourself together. You know you ain't about to make no herminaise or whatever it's called. We all sitting here starving A's.
See, that's your problem, Nathan. I never said I was going to make it. I said I could eat it.
You can eat anything.
Oh, my goodness. It is too early in the morning to be arguing about breakfast. You sit, I'll make breakfast. What do y'all want?
Okay.
What? Hey, Will. I'm making breakfast. Are you coming over? Hello? William? Hello? He must have heard you two arguing and hung up.
Well, no, sweetheart, you couldn't possibly believe that. He just heard that you were going to make breakfast, so he ran out of there like a bat out of...
Hey, listen, baby. There's some pancakes in the microwave. You can serve those to us.
Mama, you do know I can cook, right?
Of course I do, darling. I know you can do anything you put your mind to.
How about put your mind to finding a man and moving out of this house?
Shut up.
Wait a minute. There wasn't no pancakes in that microwave.
Did you look?
Obviously, I looked if I said there wasn't no pancakes in there.
Oh, my goodness, Lord. Jesus, I know that you had to create man, but I'm telling you. What's this?
You know what, Betty? You playing a lot of games, and you know them pancakes was not in that microwave.
Oh, okay, so they just appeared out of thin air?
Okay, Betty, you win. Go ahead, serve them up.
Oh, no, I'm not.
Oh my God, I will serve them myself. You do think I'm at least capable of that, right, Daddy?
One can only pray.
Thank you, darling.
These pancakes is cold.
Hence the microwave.
Oh my God, you two are always fighting about something.
See what you did.
No, the problem is, Betty, you don't never take responsibility for yourself.
Oh, come on.
Everything is my fault.
You're the one always arguing back and forth about breakfast.
Okay, you know what? I'll grab something on my way to work. Forget you.
Whatever.
Oh, you and your cold pancakes.
Whatever. More pancakes for me. I don't even need syrup. Ooh, these pancakes are cold.
How many of you know the difference between a sin and a stronghold? We often get the two confused. To commit a sin is to go against what God has instructed us not to do, which we all do on a daily basis, if we're just being honest. Now, when you're dealing with a stronghold, meaning something that is taking control of you, a weight bearing on you. Think, for instance, an addiction to drugs or sex or alcohol or whatever else. God understands. He knows that this stronghold has taken control of you momentarily. Now, I'm not telling you that God is saying to go ahead and get drunk. What I'm saying is that He knows that you currently have no control over this choice. And He is a patient and a kind God who will wait for you to overcome this stronghold with His help. You see, our God is not this boogeyman that some people make Him out to be. He is patient and kind and willing to help us through our tough situations if we let Him. Are there any questions?
I have a question, Pastor. So, how do you know if it's a stronghold? I mean, I know some people who do drugs socially and they claim they can handle it. Is that a sin or a stronghold?
If it is a choice, it is a sin. However, what you have to understand is that God is our Father. He created us all, so He knows us better than we know ourselves. Now, this person may or may not truly have control over their situation. But either way, we can see they're not ready to change. That's when God shows us grace and mercy. He has compassion for us, even when we're foolish. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, kind of. But what about the person who uses it as an excuse to do what they want to do? I mean, commit all kinds of sin and just use the line, God knows my heart. Is that a sin or is that a stronghold?
You just answered your own question. God does know their heart. There's no making a fool out of God. He knows exactly who is dealing with a situation where no matter how hard they try, they just can't find a way out. And He also knows when someone is, well, like they used to say back in the day, cutting the fool. All right? Any more questions? Okay. If all hearts and minds are satisfied, I'm going to bring today's meeting to a close, and we can continue next week. Make sure you shake a hand and give a hug on the way out the door, because it's just nice to be nice. Amen?
Amen.
All right.
Have mercy. Hey, baby, how are you?
Hey, Ma. What brought you here this evening?
Well, I knew you'd be working late, so I brought you some dinner. And, William, baby, we haven't seen you around the house for a while.
I called this morning to see about breakfast. Reese said something about
Don't
she was
even
cooking
bring up that breakfast from this morning. Everybody in my
All right.
house is
Okay,
crazy.
Ma.
Do you
All right.
understand?
Thanks for dinner, I guess.
Listen, there's something else. I know I probably shouldn't ask, but baby, what is this that you are teaching these people that it's okay to do drugs?
Now, when did I say that?
You just said, as long as it's a stronghold, it's okay.
That's not quite what I said, Ma. But we've never agreed on matters of religion before, so let's just not have the discussion right now.
No. You know that I can talk to you about anything as long as you're making sense. But right now, well, you're not making a lick of sense.
Okay, Ma. Is the plate all you wanted?
No, it's not. The last time I was here, you had those kids up there on the stage twerking and jerking all over the place, and you called it spiritual dance. Before that, you had some old fat man up on the stage giving out stale candy canes. And now, you are telling people that it's okay to do drugs as long as you can't control it?
Wait a minute, Ma. Is this your famous turkey wings? Now, you know you always made a mean turkey wing, Ma.
I know you are not standing
Always
here
got them
trying
so warm
to
and
ignore
tender
what
that
I'm
the meat
saying
falling off
to
the
you.
bone. How do you do that, Ma?
William.
What, Ma?
You are leading these people astray.
Did you hear the key word?
What key word?
I am leading these people, not you.
Oh, okay then. You know what? I'm just trying to help you out. William, you are so young. You're just a babe in this walk yourself and all.
Ma, is that all you wanted?
Yep, that's all I wanted. The only other thing is I was going to invite you to dinner. That's it.
You just brought me dinner.
That's because I expected you to say no. But I still wanted you to eat, son.
Ma, I love you. And I will try to stop by.
Thank you.
Now, about these turkey wings.
Yeah, I know. They're your favorite.
Hey, Daddy.
Hey.
Did Mom say if Will was coming over?
Yeah, she said that he would try to make it, but you know how that's likely to turn out.
Did she say what time he might be getting here?
No. And what's the big deal? He ain't coming here.
Okay, don't tell Will. I told Wayne to call.
Now, why would you do that? That would only get him pissed off and get your mother all riled up.
Dad, they're my brothers. I want them to get along. Whatever happened over 15 years ago. Doesn't it bother you that they fight the way they do?
You know, you're always trying to fix somebody else's life, Teresa. Why don't you go get one of your own first?
I do have a life. I have a great life. Having a man does not equal having a life.
How would you know?
Really? Okay.
Ooh, Lord have mercy, it is getting chilly out there. Reese, did you turn on the oven? I want to get this food warmed up real quick. What's wrong with y'all? What
Nothing.
are you looking at me like that for?
Nothing, Betty. Teresa just walking around here getting on my last nerve.
Whatever.
Evening, everyone.
Will!
Hey, there he is.
It smells good in here.
Thanks, Chanel number 9.
Girl, you wish you could afford some Chanel. Number 1, 2, 3, or any other number.
No, that's your mother's oxtail smelling that good, son.
What about my tail? Smells good, Nathan.
Oh, Betty, please. That smells lasted just as long as a scent and a scratch and sniff in a magazine.
Really? But you bought it, though.
Because it was on sale.
Oh, whatever.
What you got there in that bag, son?
Oh, just a bottle of wine I brought for dinner.
What? You know we don't drink wine in this house, William.
She means she don't drink wine in this house. You know, we indulge every now and then. And you know, the Bible says that wine is good for your stomach. You know, it just so happens I've been having some abdominal pains. And you know, what the people say about their stuff in the red wine.
What people, Nathan?
You know, the people. The Surgeon General and them. They say that stuff in that red wine is good for your stomach.
You don't make no sense.
Is that red wine in that bag, son?
Yes, Dad.
That's that stuff, the good old vitamin R.
Dad, stop. Look, Mom, I know you don't drink, but I thought everyone else might want to toast to the good news with me.
Wait a minute, what good news?
Well, I'm...
Getting married.
What?
Wait, what? Is that legal?
What?
It's legal everywhere now.
Is
Dad.
what
minute,
legal?
you're
What are y'all
getting
talking
married?
about? No, Reese, why did you say that? You know how dramatic they get.
Well, what's going on?
Well, I have been offered a job in New York, and I'm going to take it.
Wait a minute. You're moving? For good?
Yes, Ma, of course. I mean, I'll come and visit as often as I can.
Well, we barely see you now, son.
What about your church, Will?
Makes no sense.
I have an assistant pastor that's going to step up as acting pastor on a trial basis. If everything goes well, he'll take my position for good.
Wow.
He's a good leader. He'll be just fine.
Listen, I made some oxtails and some rice, and I also I made some turkey wings for you, baby, because I know that, you know, they're your favorite.
Ma, don't do that.
Don't do what?
Don't act like I didn't just say what I said and go on with dinner like nothing happened.
That's not what I'm doing, son.
Now, look, Betty, Will is a grown man, and even though none of us want him to leave, he has to do what he feels is right for him to do.
Speak for yourself, Dad. I don't care what he does.
Really? Well, thanks for the support, Reese.
Can somebody get the phone?
Please, no. Let it ring.
What? No! Get the phone, Teresa! Hurry up before they hang up.
Then let them hang up
No,
then.
shut up!
Hello? Wrong number.
Who was it?
I don't know.
Teresa, what is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Leave it. I'll get it myself. Hello? It's Wayne.
You have a collect call from the Baltimore City Detention Center.
Oh my
To
God.
accept, reply yes.
Yes,
Now, why is he calling?
because he's my son and your brother. although he normally calls on Saturday. Hello?
You take your call, and I'll be on my way.
Oh, come on, Wayne. William, don't do that. Hello?
Well, what is the problem? How long are you going to let this feud go on? It's been 15 years since you've seen your brother. You won't write him, you won't even talk to him. What's worse is you won't tell us why.
What do you care? You just said you don't care what I do.
Ooh.
Son, why don't you tell us what happened between you and your brother? Maybe we can deal with it, as a family.
Family? What family? The only thing you all have as a family is a meal. Sunday dinner every other week to fake the funk.
The meal that you never come to, the meal that we invite you to week in and week out, and guess who never shows up? Will, we may not be the best family, but we certainly are not the worst. No matter what we do, nothing is good enough for you, Will. Not Pastor William.
Best family? Best family? Look, we might be related, but family, we are not. When I think about a family, I think of love, a bond, some kind of emotional attachment, loyalty. And when I think about us, I think food, a hot meal full of hot air.
Will, what did we do to you so badly that you don't see us as family?
Reese, I just told you I was leaving, and you told me you couldn't care less.
So, because I didn't get all fluffy and emotional and stuff, I'm not family? Mommy gets all emotional and stuff, why isn't she family?
Mommy gets emotional over a leap year. What does that mean?
He does have a point there, Reese.
What? What did I do?
Nothing. Keep talking.
Listen, I'm not saying that I don't love you all. And I'm sure you love me in your own way. But y'all gotta be realistic. We are not your typical family.
Well, he had to go. He said they had to do some kind of count or something. Oh, what did I miss?
Will don't like us.
What?
Mama, that's not what he said. Daddy, go eat something.
What is going on?
Summary, Ma, Will doesn't see us as his real family.
Told you he don't like us.
You know what? I'm gonna finish getting the food.
See? She doesn't want to deal with this.
Mama.
I'll get it. It's
Baby,
probably
please let the machine
Shut
get it. I'm
up.
hungry.
It's my son calling back.
Lord.
We're not helping.
Hello?
Get out of my face.
Hey! Hey, Mother. No, I didn't expect you to call today. What? No, what? Oh, my God. Oh, God. Oh, Mother, is she all right? Okay, what hospital? Yes, ma'am. Okay, listen, we're going to keep you in our prayers, all right? And we're going to get there as soon as we can. Yes, ma'am. All right, bye.
Betty, who was that?
Mother Smith.
Is she okay?
Yeah, she's okay. But they believe her granddaughter's been touched.
What? That little girl was but 12 years old.
She's older than I was.
What was that?
I said, at least she's older than I was.
Older than you for what, Will?
Just like William to make a bad joke at a time like this.
A joke? You know what? I think I better go.
No. Oh, no. No, you don't.
Mom, what hospital are they in? I'm gonna go pray for them.
That won't be necessary.
Excuse me?
Look, you said you're moving, right? So then you need to pack. Why don't you take care of that? Besides, they don't take kindly to strangers. We don't want to make them any more uncomfortable than they already are.
Is that so? You know, I wonder if it's the family that's going to be uncomfortable, Ma, or if it's you.
Now, Will, why would you say something like that? You know your mother would love for anything but for you to go with her and help them people.
Is that so?
Look, I'm the missionary. Praying for the sick and shut in is what I do. I'll be back. Move, Teresa.
Whatever.
William, can't we just focus on keeping that baby girl lifted up in prayer?
Of course, Ma.
Oh, my
I don't know why I
God.
expected anything different today.
What happened? Is she okay?
Yes, Nathan. She's badly bruised, but the doctor says she'll be all right. She's definitely going to need some counseling.
Oh, wow.
Well, what's going on, Will? Your mother did take you with her, didn't she?
Of course, I took him with me, Nathan. I wanted him there.
Oh, you say that now that we're gone. You were terrified the entire time we were there.
Terrified for what? Is she okay?
Yes, baby, you know how your brother gets.
How I get? Y'all should have saw her in there, shaking like a leaf the whole time. Afraid that I was going to give my testimony and blow up this facade of a life she's been putting on.
You know what? Why don't you go somewhere with that foolishness?
What testimony do you have,
Don't
Will?
you dare listen to that craziness coming out of that boy's mouth. You know how he gets when he's in a mood.
Betty, I'm a deacon at the same church that you go to, and I know what a testimony is just like you do. What I don't understand is how my son can identify with the horrific trauma that that young girl just suffered.
Well, what are you saying?
Look, let me tell you what I'm saying. I'm saying dinner is cold again. I'm going to have to go warm it up one more time.
Yeah, go ahead and run away as usual.
Shut up.
Listen, I don't care what's going on between you and your mother. I'm more concerned about you. What is it that you're trying to tell me?
Will, for some strange reason, believes that when he was a child, somebody touched him and that I knew about it. Are you satisfied, William?
Wait a minute. When did this happen?
When I was 8.
8?
Dad.
Wait a minute. Who did this? Where was I at? Who did this?
Work. You were always at work.
You know what? Before you get all extra about it, Nathan, it was never proven.
What? Me telling you should have been proof enough.
Oh, come on, William. You know you had a wild imagination.
How long have you known about this?
Known about what?
Betty.
Okay, he told me when he was 11, but
What? Will, listen. Son, I'm so sorry about all of this.
Of course they're gonna
But
make
why
it.
didn't you come to me? Why didn't you tell me?
You were always either at work or at church. It never seemed like the right time.
Here we go.
And then when I told Mommy, and she didn't believe me,
No,
I
you
figured, why
are
would you?
not going to make me out to be the villain, William.
You know what? This stops right now. This facade you're putting on is stopping right now. You swept this under the rug.
No, I didn't.
Bull! You didn't want to believe what he had to say. Instead of coming to me first, you made the decision for both of us that what he said was a lie. So you cooked up in your own delusional world that everything that he said didn't really happen.
No, baby, listen, why don't you calm down?
Calm down! My son just told me that he was violated and that his mother knew about it and did nothing about it. And you want me to calm down?
Oh my God, Will. Was it Dave?
What? Why did you say
Was
that?
it Dave?
Dave, wait a minute. Dave from the church?
No, baby, listen, calm
Shut
down.
up!
Teresa, what do you know? Teresa, why would you say his name out of all the names in the world?
Because he touched me too!
Oh, God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
I felt it. I felt it. I always thought something might have happened. But I didn't want to believe he could do that to you.
Baby, Teresa, listen. You were always with me or your grandmother when you were at church, baby. How could he have...
Ma, please, stop.
Oh no, okay. I don't remember much, but I know it was at church.
Church, Teresa?
I remember it was at Vacation Bible School.
Oh, God.
He asked me to help him grab some things from the storage room, and another time we were in Sunday school class.
Sunday school, Reese.
It was a Sunday, not too many people came to church, so it was just him and me in that back room.
Oh,
How could I have forgotten about this?
Reese, please tell me he didn't. Baby, tell me he didn't. Baby, please.
No.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
I remember him touching me all over, just fondling me everywhere, but no,
Thank you.
he tried once, but then you walked in.
I walked in? At the retreat? Back River Lodge? All those years? Reese, I asked you. Baby, I asked you what... Teresa, are you sure maybe he wasn't just playing with you, baby?
Ma,
You
are you serious?
No, it's okay.
No, it isn't.
I'm not trying to say she was lying, Will. I'm just trying to be sure.
Reese, why didn't you come to me? You can't keep this kind of thing bottled up inside. And what you definitely can't do is ignore reality so much that you end up landing in your own fantasy world.
I know you meant that toward me.
I looked all over for that bastard. I couldn't find him nowhere.
Maybe that's
You keep
best.
away from me, woman. I have nothing to say to you.
Daddy, don't do that. It's not her fault. Don't blame her.
I don't blame her for what happened to the both of you. I blame her for not telling me.
How could I tell you something if I wasn't sure, if I didn't know it was
There
true?
you go again with the I didn't know.
Okay, I knew something happened, but I didn't know everything. What could I have done?
I don't know, something.
I went to Pastor with Dave. Of course, he denied everything, William. They made me look like a fool in there. They said you were just a kid and maybe you dreamt the whole thing.
And let me guess. They asked you to leave it alone for the sake of the church.
In so many words, yes.
And that's just what you did. Instead of coming to me. You should have came to me first.
Nathan, you were always on the road. I didn't want to bother you, especially if it wasn't true.
Why would our children make up such lies, Betty, and keep them going all these years?
No, I don't even know what to think anymore. Gosh. Oh my God. Oh my God.
All right, you know what? I know you didn't intentionally mean to leave me blind, but you got to understand, this is going to take some time for me to process. But no matter how long it takes, we'll get through this together as a family. Do you hear that, William? Do you hear that, William? Do you hear me, Teresa? As a family.
What are you going to do about Dave?
Oh, don't worry about Brother Dave. He'll be Sister Dave when I get through with him.
Look, you can't do that. We're Christians. You can't do evil for evil.
What he did was evil. And I'm not going to rest until I deal with things my way.
Why didn't you ask me what he did to me, Ma?
What? What are you talking about?
You asked Reese. Why didn't you ask me?
Please stop. Just stop. Please, William.
No. Don't you want to hear about how bad it felt when he...
Stop it! Will you stop it, William?
Why did you stop me, Reese? She needed to know.
No.
She asked you, Reese. She asked you, and she has never asked me once.
I know. It's okay. We're all gonna be okay.
Father, we praise you today. We glorify your name. We magnify your name, God. Father, we love you today. Father, we're coming into your gates with thanksgiving and into your courts with praise. Father, we ask you right now to go yonder and touch each and every person, God. Lord, the spirit of depression is running rampant among your people. And Father, we ask you to touch the minds of your people today. In the name of Jesus, for the spirit of suicide, God. Lord, you're able to heal them.
I sure hope this works.
I hope it works too. I just never thought of doing anything like this.
It was the first time for everything.
Hello. Hello, how are you?
Hello.
How are you? How are you? How you doing? Well, let me start off by introducing myself. My name is Elizabeth Barber. I am a Harvard University grad. I have 25 years of family therapy. And my goal is that with the skills I've acquired over the years, I can be of some assistance to your family in this time of need.
Well, with all due respect, Miss Barbara, that's not going to work with us. It's going to take more than just a degree to help us.
Okay, well then that leads me to my second set of skills. I'm also a licensed minister with my master's in divinity. So, what the textbooks can't fix, the Bible can, huh?
Oh, well.
Amen.
Well, shut me right on up.
You can sit here and laugh and joke with somebody charging you $100 an hour, huh?
Excuse me. Yes, I charge you $125. It's okay. You didn't know. You didn't know. So how can I help you? Okay, so let me be clear. The clock doesn't start when you start talking. It started once y'all walk through the door. So don't waste your money. Come on, let me help you.
Well, we've been having some issues.
See, the problem
That's
is,
what you call
she
it?
let
No,
the
don't even
my children
blame
be messed
me.
over, and she didn't tell
Are you
me.
serious
She
right
fed me
now?
cold pancakes
Cold
this morning,
pancakes,
and she
you
walks
lucky
around
I
with an
feed you at
attitude,
all,
a
sir.
nasty
I don't
attitude.
even want to hear this.
And she
This
walks
is
around like
ridiculous.
she's
I don't even know why we're here.
Okay. So the Bible, that's what it's going to be. That's clearly. So the molestation, that's what led you all here, but it's clear that there's some other issues that we need to address.
Yeah. Like, I don't understand why they want me to hurry up and move out and get married. I'm only 27 years old. I didn't realize you felt like that, Dad.
How could you not know, Teresa? I tell you every day. And if I haven't told you today, let me fix that. Teresa, it is high time for you to go out, get married, and move out of our house.
Have you ever thought for just a second that the reason I'm not married is because I live with people who argue every day? Argue over the dumbest stuff. And don't look at the marriages in our church. Okay. There are only a few holding on, and those few are cheating. When ask me how I know, you don't want to know.
Listen, ain't nobody asking you how you know. First of all, you're over the top. Our church is not that bad.
Right. And what do you mean, look at us?
Right.
Daddy, like Mommy, you overlook anything having to do with the church. I didn't say just you. What loyalty you two have?
Loyalty has nothing to do with it, and neither do we have anything to do with the relationships of the people in church, just your mother's and mine.
Oh, you have something to do with Mommy? Since when? Daddy, Mommy cooks, she cleans, washes everything you ask her to, and you don't even say thank you. What's worse is I see you praise her in our absence, but in our face you don't even smile.
So you praise me in my absence? Huh, I would like to see that.
Teresa, what are you talking about?
Do you love Mom? Because I don't see it.
I know you're not going to sit there and tell me I don't love my wife.
Then tell me I'm wrong.
I'm arguing in disagreement, aren't I?
Okay, so Reese, you feel like your dad doesn't love your mom because of the way he treats her. Do you feel like he loves you?
Yeah, no, I don't know. One thing has nothing to do with the other. Why would you even ask me that?
Well, your family seems to think you have relationship issues.
But I don't.
Okay, well, commitment issues. But either way, they both stem from your past. You watched a man claiming to love your mom only show her love when she's not around. So in hindsight, how can you say that he loves you? But those trust issues is what's stopping you from really finding love. You feel like words mean nothing. Show me you love me. That's your slogan, right? But Reese, can I call you Reese? Okay. That defense mechanism is what's going to stop you from ever finding a connection.
Miss Barbara, let me tell you something. We all know that guys only want one thing, and once they get that, the thrill is gone, honey.
Do you think you feel that way because of what happened to you?
No. That stuff doesn't bother me the way it does Will.
Just because you don't respond the same way another person responds doesn't mean it didn't bother you just as much. Sometimes we tend to suppress our feelings and it presents differently from others.
Isn't that a good thing? Suppress my emotions until I meet the right guy. The wrong guy may try to use that to manipulate me to get what he wants.
You know what baffles me? We teach our young women, especially in the church, to be leery of the boy with the one-track mind, but we don't teach them that love is just as real.
That's right.
Even puppy love is just as strong of an emotion. Reese, not all men are bad. There are some good men out there, and you do not have to make them your husband or your boyfriend to have a nice time. Sometimes having a good friend is just as special.
Preach.
Ma, please. You need a date and a mate.
Excuse me, I have a mate.
Are you really happy with the way Daddy treats you? Really?
Hello? I'm sitting right here, you know.
You know, honestly though, Nathan, your children are the best people to give an objective view of how your relationship is with your wife.
Not all of us can give an objective view.
Oh, God.
Because all of us haven't been there the whole time.
Here we go.
That's right. I have a twin brother named Wayne. He's been locked up for about 15 years.
I don't have anything on here for a brother. I thought it was just you two.
So, first of all, we don't need to bring Wayne into this. He is not here to defend himself, so leave him out of it.
Defend himself? Is he on trial or something here, Ma? Look, I'm paying my money just like everyone else, so I have the right to discuss whatever I want.
Okay, yes, you do. You're absolutely right. But you all came here because you needed someone to mediate so that you could hear each other. You've got to let me do my job.
Fine.
Okay, well, continue.
I have a twin brother named Wayne. We were the first ones to really see our parents' relationship growing up. We saw how much they used to love each other, how much they used to love being around each other. I mean, we used to be one big happy family until we started going to that church.
Look, everything is not the church's fault. You can't blame our church for everything, William.
Betty, you have to let him talk.
Whatever.
Listen, Miss Barbara, don't get me wrong. I have no problem with the church in general. I mean, I'm the pastor of my own congregation. I have complete respect for God and the ministry. But that church is too demanding. It wanted all my parents' time and energy. And after working the way they did, they barely had any time left for themselves, let alone each other. Look, Reese, you probably don't remember this, but when we were little, Mommy and Daddy used to make us dinner, feed us, and then put us to bed. Then they would sneak back downstairs, move all the furniture out of the way, and have a little picnic on the floor. It was like their little thing.
You remember that, son? We thought you were asleep.
I definitely wasn't asleep, Dad.
Just how much did you hear, son?
Dad, please.
Okay, so, Will, what you're saying is your parents' relationship isn't as bad as Reese remembers it.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying it just didn't start that way.
Okay, so Reese, how does that make you feel?
I don't know, honestly. I never knew that things were easy.
Well, you know what? There's a lot you don't know, Reese.
Okay, so Betty, what doesn't she know? I mean, your daughter has a warped sense of what love is, and it's going to take her to see it, to ever have a chance of recognizing it for herself.
What, you mean talk about it now?
Yes.
It's been so long since I thought about that stuff, Miss Barbara.
It's okay. Just take your time.
Okay. I remember that we used to write little love notes to each other and put them on the little sticky notepads. And we would put them all over the house, like I love you. And
pick up the dry cleaning.
and I love you. And I remember also that we used to be able to stare at one another from across the room and have a whole conversation without even saying a word.
We sure could. And I don't even know how we were able to do that.
I know.
It's called having a strong connection. Reese, sweetie, this is love.
Wow. Where was I doing all this?
Well, baby, you were nowhere to be found.
Oh, she was somewhere to be found? All right.
Okay, this is good. Listen, we're all adults. And honestly, I really think the kids can take a lot more than what you give them credit for.
No, we can't.
Okay, we're going to move on. Will, why don't you tell me about your relationship with your brother Wayne?
Let's move on.
No, baby. Like you said, that's what we're here for.
That's right.
No. We're here to find out why you sat back and let us get molested.
We did come here for that. Can we get with that?
Okay, everybody, stop.
That is not the purpose of this session.
Thank you.
I'm going to ask you one more time. Please, let me do my job. The purpose of this session is to deal with each and every one of you individually. We'll deal with the man who caused the hardship on your family at a later date. Right now, each of you have to accept your own responsibility in this debacle.
Well,
I know, too much. Listen, I'm sorry, but I want what's best for your family and Will. I mean just what I said. Family, because that's just what you are. Okay, I think that's enough for this week.
thank you, Jesus.
Next week.
Wait a minute, we didn't get to the root of our problems yet.
No, Risa, that's exactly what you did. And next week, we're going to get into the weeds. But I need you all to do some homework for me.
Oh,
I need you to get a piece of paper, and on one side, I want you to write everything that you dislike about each other. But on the other side, you're going to write everything that you love about each other. Now listen, this is your homework. If you really want to see this family back whole the way it was intended to be, you're going to have to do the work.
Okay, now I sure hope this works, because if I start writing down everything I dislike about that woman and none of this works, I hope you know a good divorce attorney, because I'm quite fond of my house.
You'll be fine.
Oh, I almost forgot about that one. Mm-hmm.
Teresa, you know, we're sitting here doing the same thing you're doing, but you're the only one that's making a big deal out of it.
right.
Because mine might go just down right next to the Bible.
Oh,
Well, remember, we have to write some stuff about you, too.
There's nothing I do wrong, so I'm not worried.
is that right? Okay.
What? What do I do?
Nothing. That's the
That's
problem.
the problem.
Y'all really want me to leave?
I mean, that would help a lot.
I don't understand y'all. I really don't. Most people would love their children to stay with them in their old age.
Oh, who you calling old? Ain't a single old bone in this body.
You tell her, baby. I got a lot of miles left back up in me. Oh.
Miles, Ma? No, ma'am. Yards maybe, but Miles is pushing it.
Yards, feet at most.
Whatever.
You know, I'm just kidding with you, baby. I know how many more miles you got left in you. I'm the one driving the car.
You're so nasty. Vroom, vroom.
Vroom, vroom, vroom. Remember when we used to joke a lot like that?
I do.
Betty, what happened to us?
Well, I don't know. Time, work, responsibilities, kids.
Don't blame me. I got here last.
And the last one to leave. But you know, being in those therapy sessions opened my eyes to a lot of things.
Yeah.
I wasn't as nice to you as I could have been. Maybe I should compliment you more, buy you nicer things. I don't know. I just feel like we've become too comfortable, you know, confident knowing that the other one ain't going nowhere.
Wait a minute. I don't know who told you that lie. I could go somewhere if I wanted to. Trust, I've had offers. I stay with you because I love you, not because I have to.
Betty, that ain't what I'm talking about. And who's offering you anything?
Stay focused, baby.
I mean, it's going to be hard to jump back into this romance thing after all these years, you know?
Yeah, but you know what? In all sincerity, just the fact that you acknowledge it, that means the world to me. Oh, my goodness. Got to get this done.
All right, now, so what about you?
What about me?
What you mean, what about you, Betty? You haven't exactly been the model wife either.
Oh, hold it now. You know what? I'm about to write me a Bible, too.
Oh, girl, come on. You done picked that pen up about 70 times. Ain't wrote not one thing. Face it, you don't have anything.
You're right.
Come on, y'all. Stop playing.
So silly.
I want to talk to you real quick before Will gets here.
Will's coming here? For what?
The boy has to have a reason to come over here, Betty?
That's not what I'm saying. I just didn't expect him to come today. That's all. What is this about, Reese?
Mama, I want us to try to support Will more.
I thought that's what we were doing.
No, I mean at his church.
Oh, no, I don't know about that.
Mama, Will has had his church for 5 years. We've been there no more than 5 times.
Okay, and I went there the other day and took the boys some turkey wings.
Mama!
At least I went.
Well, you know what, Teresa? I agree with you. We should support him more. The only reason why I haven't been is because our service time conflicts with his. But until I get to the bottom of all of this, I won't be there. So you and I can go this Sunday.
Wait a minute, what do you mean you won't be there?
Just like I said, I won't be there.
You can't do that, Nathan.
Can't do what? I'm not about to sit under a pastor that can allow such things in their church and under a man that's capable of doing such stuff.
Come on, what about your position in
My
the church?
position, Betty, they can take that position and...
Daddy! Are you sure you're ready to make such a huge decision right now?
All I'm saying is don't do it this way.
Oh, Betty, I'm going to do it the right way. I'm going to go in there and hand in my papers and talk to the pastor in peace. What I won't do is go in there with suit and tie on, all smiles, and count the offering. I'll leave all the phoniness up to you, Betty.
Well, I never thought I'd see the day.
What you talking about?
You really going to leave, Dad?
Well, you're my son and I love you. But I'm not leaving because of what happened to you and your sister. Not just because of that. It's also about my salvation. Now, I'm going to do things in decency and order, but I have to do what I feel is right for myself and my family.
All I'm saying to you is that maybe...
Betty, my decision is made, and it baffles me that you would want to stay.
But Nathan, listen to me.
It's over with, Betty.
You know what? Forget it. I'll get the phone.
That's what you do best.
Whatever. Hello?
You have a collect call from the Baltimore City Detention Center. To accept, reply yes.
Yes. Hello? Hey, baby. What you doing calling us again? What? What did you just say? What? Oh, my God. Okay, all right. Yes, all right, we'll be there. Bye.
Mama, what happened?
They're releasing Wayne.
What?
Oh, God, they're releasing Wayne.
Oh, praise God.
Yes. Listen, the evidence that they were looking for before that they couldn't find, they arrested somebody else. Praise God, they got the evidence.
So just like that, he can come home?
I don't know the details, but he said come right now.
Well, you know, I'm not surprised because we prayed and God answered our prayers.
Won't he do it?
So because Wayne is coming home, everything is over.
Oh, come on, Will. It's your brother.
My brother? It's always about my brother.
Listen, we can't do this with you right now, Will. We've got to go. Come on, Reese. Hallelujah.
Will,
that boy is so
you coming?
selfish.
Hello.
Hello, is this Nathan?
No, this is William.
Oh, Pastor Will, I met you the other day when you and your mother came past the hospital to pray for my grandbaby.
Oh, hey, Mother Smith. How's she doing?
Oh, she's doing just fine. I was calling to tell Betty thank you. But since I have you on the phone, I can let you know how much I appreciated all your prayers.
No thanks is needed, Mother Smith.
Oh, yes, it is. You don't think I could see the pain in your eyes, son? I know it's your duty to care, but what I saw was much more than caring about what happens to my grandbaby. Her story hit a nerve for you, son. As much as I thank you for taking time out for us, I need you to do the same for yourself. I can see it eating away at you, baby. You have to find the strength to let it go. Now, Pastor Will, I don't know the details, and I'll be lying if I told you I wanted to know them. But what I know is that when you walked in that hospital room, my spirit was lifted. I know that after you prayed for my grandbaby, she was up and feeling better. You, son, are a special kind of special. And because of that, the devil tried to kill you early. It didn't work, so now he's trying to kill you slowly. Don't let him. Don't let him win, son. You are a chosen pastor. You know that. He can't beat you, so he's making you beat yourself.
just don't know, Mother Smith. Everything seems like a losing battle.
Oh boy, please. This isn't a fight between him and you. This fight is between you and you. He's just watching and waiting for you to fall. Don't. You know who you are and you know whose you are. Walk in it. You get up and walk in it, Pastor Will.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now fix yourself up. And make sure you tell your mother that I said thank you. Okay, son?
Yes, ma'am. And thank you.
No thanks needed. My grandbaby was your assignment, but you, son, were mine. I love you. Take care.
Thank you.
We need your help, God. Lord, we need your help, God. Oh, Lord, we need your help, God.
Woo, Lord have mercy. We are going to have a big old celebration tonight. Baby, I'm telling you, you can have anything you want for dinner tonight. You name it, it's yours. Because, Wayne, we are so excited that you're home.
Yeah, it's about to go down.
Oh, come on, y'all. Y'all don't have to go through all this for me. All I want to do is just see everybody and maybe rest up a little bit.
Rest? Son, you can rest when you dead.
I know that's right. But you know what? You are tired, so if you want to wait until Sunday, we can do that. But baby, we're going to celebrate because everybody's so happy you're home.
Yeah.
Not everyone, Ma.
Well, let's not worry about that right now, babe.
How can I not, Ma? He's my brother.
Son, whatever's going on between you and your brother, you have to put it in the hands of God. Just like your mother and I did when you got arrested.
That's right.
We didn't know what we were going to do or how we were going to get through it. But we put it in God's hands and we got through it. Look at what he's done.
Hallelujah.
So what he's done for us, he can do the same for you. So
That's
give it to God. He'll work it out.
Hey, Wayne, you should come with us to our family therapy sessions. She seems to get well to listen to reason.
Teresa, your brother just got home. He doesn't need to be stressed out with that foolishness.
Mama, he's gonna find out soon anyway.
Wait, find out about what?
We've been going to see a therapist as a family to work out some issues we've been having.
What kind of issues?
Son, when you all were younger, some things had happened. Some things that I didn't find out until recently. And we didn't want to bother you about it being as though you're just getting home from prison, but you're going to find out soon enough.
It's fine, Dad. Spit it out.
When you guys were younger, you went to church with your mother a lot, right?
Yeah, so what?
Well, there were times your mother was so busy in church that she couldn't keep an eye on you guys, so she trusted people. One person in particular.
Oh, I get it.
Get what?
Will told you.
Told us what?
What exactly did Will tell you?
Will told us that he was violated by
Dave.
Oh, God, no. Oh, Jesus, no, please, God.
Did he?
Oh, no, he didn't touch me, but...
Hallelujah. Oh, I'm so scared.
Hello?
Oh, Jesus.
Hey, Will.
It's Will.
Yeah, he's here. Are you coming up? Hello? What? William, hello?
It's fine, Reese. Let it go. He ain't coming.
Baby, I'm so sorry.
Look, I appreciate y'all trying to do this dinner for me. And I'm sorry about all this stuff from the past being dug up. But honestly, I just want to go to bed.
Of course, son.
But baby, listen.
Of course, son. Some real progress since we've been here. She'll be happy.
Yeah, absolutely.
This ought to go very well today.
I hope so.
So, hey,
How you doing?
Hello.
how was everyone's weekend?
Good.
Actually, Miss Barbara, it was great. We've been communicating more and getting out pent up frustration.
You mean we've been fussing more, but fussing with a purpose?
Yeah.
Daddy, come on, we've been talking.
Yes, very loudly.
Whatever works, just as long as you're seeing results.
Well, we do have some really good news. My son, our son, Wayne, just came home from prison.
Wow. Wow. That is amazing news.
Yeah, good news for her. At least for now.
You know what, William? Just be quiet.
Why would you say for now as if your mother would stop being happy that her son is home from prison?
Because the novelty will wear off soon enough. Wayne was that one son she couldn't get her claws into. That's why she gives him so much extra attention. You know how they say absence makes the heart grow fonder? In most cases.
William, I love all of my children.
Sure you do.
Well, I can't with the riddles and things right now. What is the problem?
There is none.
So then why are you here?
I'm here for the same reason as everyone else.
No, you're here to vent but get nothing resolved.
No, I want to get things resolved too.
You can't, because in order to get something resolved, you must first discuss. You need to open up about whatever is tormenting you inside, Will, because something is tormenting you.
I have opened up and nothing has changed.
No, because you're good at this blame game that you like to play. But Will, you are wasting my time.
Excuse me?
You heard me. Oh, you've come to the wrong therapist's office if you think you're going to tell me any old thing and I just let it fly. Not so. Not up in here. We will get to the raw and uncut truth.
You tell him, Doc.
Stop.
Betty, you're next.
That's right.
Will, let me ask you a question. What if I told you that there was a way that you could get a completely new mother?
What?
That when you woke up in the morning, she wouldn't be here. You would never even remember that she existed. You would have a brand new mother. Would you take that chance?
That is not a fair question, Miss Barbara.
Well, I asked you a question. If you could, would you let her go?
No.
Okay. So, after everything that she's done, or she hasn't done, you still wouldn't let her go?
No.
Do you think she would let you go?
I don't know.
Well, okay. What's the problem? Why don't you think your mother loves you?
But I do.
Not yet, Betty.
It's nothing. Really?
Will!
What?
What is it?
She doesn't know how to love me. I don't think she knows how to love anybody anymore. Miss Barbara, did you know I had a gift for acting? Well, I did. I could sing, dance, and act. A triple threat. Man, growing up, I loved the arts. I begged my mother all through my childhood to enroll me in art classes so I could learn some more and develop my skills. And she laughed at me. She told me, that's just not what little boys do. It's just too feminine. Now, I thought for a long time that money was the real issue and that she was just too proud to admit that we really couldn't afford the expense of the extra classes. I'm telling myself anything is better than believing that my mother doesn't care about something that I care so deeply about. Anyway, when I got to high school, I joined the theater arts class. I had my first play. I'm all excited. I'm thinking all she has to do is see this excitement and see this gift. And there's no way she's not going to support me. But she never showed up. She never came to see me perform. You want to know why? She couldn't come see me perform because she had to take the women at the church on a retreat. Now, Wayne, on the other hand, had his little trial around the same exact time, and my mother didn't miss one day. Every long and drawn-out day of that trial, she was right there, front and center.
William, you know that I could not come to that play. I was in charge of the retreat. I couldn't just leave and not show up. What would everybody think if I
That's
just
your
didn't?
problem. All you care about is what other people think.
Will!
What is everybody going to say if they knew that my son was abused?
Oh.
What is everyone going to think if they knew that our precious church was the one with all the child molesters?
Oh, I wish. Oh, how I wish I was there. Betty, why didn't you tell me?
Nathan, you were not there. You didn't know. It's not your fault.
That's the problem. I didn't know. What kind of a father is it that he can't tell what's going on with his children?
That's millions of fathers all
Dad,
over the world.
I don't blame you.
But you blame me, though.
Yes, I do.
Why? I didn't do it. Dave did.
Reese, you and I went through something very similar. And you're sitting here doing just fine. You know how jealous I am of you? All I can think is, how come she can sit here and put everything behind her and I can't? I mean, even after a few years ago when I talked to Dave about all this, and I just knew I put it all behind me. Now I see I ain't done nothing like it.
Wait a minute. You talked to Dave? Dave never told, you never told me that.
Because I asked him not to. I forgave him.
No, wait a minute.
Dad, I forgave him.
But you can't forgive me?
Forgive you for what, Ma?
For whatever you're upset with me about, Will.
That's the problem. You don't even realize what you did. Ma, do you realize you have never given me an apology? Not like I want one now.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do, and you deserve one.
William, I have said that I'm sorry for whatever happened to you.
What happened, Ma? Come on and say it.
See, that's the problem. He doesn't want an apology from me.
That's because you didn't give him one.
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't.
How did I? Welcome, Wayne.
Wayne?
Hey, son, how did you get here?
Baby.
I called a cab. I thought y'all knew I was coming. Somebody called me.
Wayne, you can come and sit right over here. Your phone is on a chair.
Stop showing favoritism. No. Miss Barbara, how did you know that was our son?
Lucky guess. I mean, who else is just going to walk into a closed session?
I'm sorry for disturbing your session. I really wasn't going to come, but I figured this would be the only time I would see Will before he was leaving.
Will, sit down.
You're right, Reese. She does know how to handle Will.
This isn't about handling anybody. This is about getting this family back whole again. I mean, we're making great progress. We truly are. But in order to see true healing, it's going to take the whole family to be present. So, Wayne, I'm glad you're here.
Me too, baby.
No problem. I'd like to apologize to my family for my actions last night. I guess I wasn't ready for that subject of molestation to come up. I really thought this was something we put behind us, but I guess I was wrong.
Dead wrong.
Will, now you have to let him talk.
No, it's cool. I understand why you're mad at me, Will, but you gotta remember we were young back then. We were kids, and I wasn't thinking.
You were thinking. You were thinking about yourself.
You're right. I was, and I can see how that was wrong. But come on. It's not like my word would matter much.
But it did. It meant everything. All you had to do was tell the truth. And you couldn't even do that.
Will, I'm sorry.
Sorry for what, Wayne? What happened?
Before I got locked up, Will told our mother that Dave had touched him inappropriately, and she really didn't know how to take it.
Yes, she did. She swept it right under the rug.
No, Will, she was really upset about it.
You're right.
I'm serious, Will. That night you told her everything and you left all night and didn't come back until the next day? Mommy cried all night long. She was in there crying and begging and asking God for forgiveness because she believed she failed as a mother.
Baby, you heard all of that? I thought you were sleeping.
No, Ma, I was awake.
Y'all did that a lot.
So what were you crying for?
Because like I said, I went to Pastor. She just didn't believe me. She told me that I needed to let it go and not sully the church's name.
But you knew he was telling the truth. And that's what hurt.
Yeah, I knew. Down in my heart, I knew it. And I guess that's why it hurt so bad. Because I don't know, it just dredged up so many bad memories in me. And just stuff that I thought I had gotten rid of.
So like Teresa, you suppress your own painful memories.
What pain, Betty?
Doesn't matter. But what does matter is that I was told to talk to Wayne. And we went to Pastor. Wayne, Will, Dave, and me.
And?
One night, Dave had all the boys playing basketball. And I walked in on him and Will. I saw everything.
But you left me.
What was I supposed to do?
Help
Will?
me!
Help how? Tell who? Nobody would have believed me, and you know that.
Well, I guess we will never know now.
Oh, God.
Instead, you just let them pay you off.
What?
Pay you off? Pay you off how?
After that night, Dave started showing me a little bit of favoritism.
Oh, God.
He would buy me anything I wanted, and I guess that was his way of keeping my mouth shut.
Yeah, and it worked.
I wasn't thinking clearly, Will.
So wait a minute. So you knew for a fact that this was going on, and you did nothing to stop it?
I told myself and convinced myself that it only happened once, and maybe Will wanted it.
What?
No,
Will. I wanted it.
Will, calm down.
I had
You're
to.
doing so good. You're doing so good. Calm down. Let's get through this.
I had to tell myself something, Will.
And what do I tell myself? How am I supposed to get through this?
I don't know.
Oh, God.
I thought that was the reason that I was locked up for a crime that I didn't commit. I watched Dave take a part of you that didn't belong to him. And they turned around and took something that didn't belong to them from me, my freedom.
But Wayne, in the meeting, you
Ma,
said...
Dave had me so used to getting anything I wanted that I wasn't ready to give that up yet. So I just said whatever he wanted to say in that meeting.
So will you feel betrayed by your mother and your twin brother?
You know, it really hurts to be violated at such a young age. But I don't think anything hurts as much as telling that one person who is supposed to protect you, and they do nothing. I asked myself this question one day. I said, which one would hurt more? Telling her, and because she doesn't believe me, she doesn't do anything. Or telling her, and even though she believes me, she still does nothing. Today, I finally have my answer. I can't believe I'm walking out of this place worse than when I came in here.
Will, stop it! You know what? Everybody has had their chance to say what they want to say. And it's my turn now. And if you want to leave after that, then fine. There's a reason that I don't ever talk about my past. But maybe it's time to start. When I was a little girl, my daddy worked so hard, all week long. And on the weekends, Mama, she worked from Friday evening till Sunday evening. She would leave and not come back home. And I wouldn't see her all weekend. My big brothers, they got to go stay at my Uncle Jake's house.
every weekend. And because I was the little girl, I had to stay home with my dad. And it was fine. Got to eat ice cream, ride my bike, stay up late. It was really good. Until one of his old smokehound friends started coming around. Every weekend he was there. Beer in one hand and liquor in the other, and they would party all week and long. I'd be up in my room and I just want the noise to stop. I'd want to stop the music. I'd want my daddy to just go to sleep and for that man to leave. And normally that's what happened. Except this one time. I guess Daddy went to sleep, but he didn't leave. I remember turning off my lamp and thinking, finally, I can get some rest. I woke up to these cold, clammy hands all over me. I opened up my eyes and I could see him staring at me. Oh, Jesus. It was the worst day of my life. And you know what he did? When he was done, he just got up and he just walked out like it was nothing. I cried all night long. There was nobody there to comfort me. And when I woke up, he was gone. But you know what? I know that my daddy knew it because he couldn't even look me in my face. It took me weeks to convince myself to tell my mama. See, I knew in my head that she was going to make it right for me, that she would fix them for what they did to me. And you know what she said? She looked me dead in my face. And she said, Bettina, baby, sometimes you just got to take one for the team.
Betty, I'm so sorry.
Mama, why didn't you tell someone?
Tell who?
Tell somebody.
Who, Teresa? Go where? See, back then, what happened in your house stayed in your house. And because we didn't know what to do, we did nothing. You want to know why I stay in a fantasy world? Because this world hurts. Because in this world, children get hurt and nothing happens. Oh God. Teresa, you want to know why it doesn't bother me that your father shows me no emotion? Because you get used to it when you've been used.
Baby, you think I used you?
I don't think you did it on purpose. But Nathan, it doesn't matter. Don't you understand? It feels the same. You know I can't show you any love, William. How can I show you something if I don't even know if it exists?
Ma. It's okay. I will show you how.
This is beautiful to see. I'm so proud of you both.
I don't know what to say.
There's nothing to say. It speaks for itself.
Baby, please tell me it's not too late.
It's never too late, Ma.
God. Wayne,
Baby, your brother's right. In some ways, I did use you. You see, I could love you and not worry about being hurt. You were so far away. How could you? But now I realize that by focusing on you, I neglected your brother and your sister. Not that I had anything to give them anyway.
But you did. Love.
We already established that that was not love, Miss Barbara.
That was your love. The only way you knew how to show it. You felt like love meant to hurt. So you avoided loving them the way that you knew how. In some way, that was your attempt at protecting them from being hurt later.
I guess you're right.
Well, that's it. That was your way of saying, I love you too much to hurt you, so I'll back away. Now, I'm not saying it was the best choice, but I'm saying I understand why you made the choice.
So do I. Now I understand.
Me too, Mom. You felt like you were doing us a favor keeping us distant. I understand.
But I wasn't really, I guess. Not helping you at all.
No, you were hurting yourself and us. I don't get it.
But now that you know what to do differently, you can do better.
Yes.
You know what things to change now.
Yes. We can start by showing each other love, right?
Well, yes and no. Betty, you have to recognize what love is for you, then for your children, especially for Teresa.
Oh, Teresa, baby. Baby, I did this to you. Baby, I'm so sorry. I didn't protect you and I didn't even see it.
The who's and the whys don't matter at this point. It's the what and the how that we should be focusing on. What comes next? How can we fix this? Okay. We got the gist of everything that happened in the past, right?
Yes.
Okay, so let's get down to some real apologies. Love on each other. I want you to love me over. Love me again. I want you to love me over. Love me again. You make wrong things alright. Again, you make me whole. Again, you make mistakes like me.
Betty, the day we got married, I told you I love you more than anything, and that you were the very air that I breathe. You complete me. You're not my other half, you're my better half. And you know, the Word of God says that the man should be head of his house. And I wasn't doing a good job of doing that, but that ends today. So I ask you, knowing what I bring to the table, and knowing who our children are going to be, and knowing that we'll have one that will never leave, will you marry me?
Absolutely. But I have a question for you. Knowing all of my baggage, knowing my whole story, knowing that I wasn't honest with you, and trust, I know better now and I can do better. Would you marry me again?
Betty, I wouldn't marry you in spite of that. I would marry you because of that. You've been through a traumatic situation, and you still were able to maintain and be with your family through it all.
Well then, Nathan, my answer today and forever is yes.
Oh, it's so beautiful to see.
Well, think you can forgive me?
Man, I forgave you when you came through the door.
Whew. Thank you, Jesus. Hallelujah. I thank God for his forgiveness. Not because we deserve it, but praise him. He gives it to us anyway. Hallelujah.
Hey, get it, baby.
You know what? You gotta stop it.
Stop what? Well, let them people wait.
No, come on. We gotta get ready.
Yuck. Is this what Will and Wayne had to go through?
Well, they had to, but you don't have to. You can always leave.
Oh, don't worry, I'm ready.
Well, a little birdie told me that somebody had a date. How was it?
It was great, Ma. I think I'm gonna see him again.
Really? So is he a date or a mate?
He's a mite.
A mite?
He might be the one, he might not be.
There you go.
Hey, the Wild Bunch.
Smells good up in here.
Hey.
Sure does.
It's not often that I get a chance to cook for my 2 big, strong men. Oh, I mean my 3 big, strong men.
Thank you, baby.
Oh, my goodness.
Sure smells good in here.
Oh,
You had a lot of energy last night.
well, darling, I slept pretty well.
No, she didn't. She lying. She knew what the real deal was.
You're so nasty.
I think I just threw up in my mouth a little bit.
I threw up a lot.
Y'all nasty.
You gotta stop with all that PDA.
What?
Public display of affection.
Well, if you don't like it, why are you grinning so much?
I didn't say I didn't like it. I just can't believe you're still here.
I'm not going nowhere.
You promise?
If I can't promise anything else, I certainly can promise that. Betty, can I have this dance? Come on, I'm getting old now. Here we go.
Aww.
You certainly know how to ruin a good moment.
Sorry, Dad, I've never seen you 2 dance before.
Well, I never had a reason to dance up until now. I got my wife back. I've got my family back. I couldn't be a happier man.
Absolutely. Oh my gosh, you are so
That is up until now. What you doing in my house?
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I invited her. Pastor, please come in.
Thank you. Look, I know that this is uncomfortable for all of us, but I would like to say thank you for not turning this thing into a public spectacle.
That's all you was concerned about.
No, please. You have to respect the woman of God, Nathan.
Oh, I'm going to respect her. I'm going to give you a chance to explain yourself to me.
Explain myself.
Yes, why? How could you allow this stuff to go on in your church and you do nothing about it?
I didn't know, Nathan. I was told all of this was a lie.
So I heard.
By your son. Your son said that this didn't happen, so why would I believe that it did?
Because my other son said it did. What made one more trustworthy than the other? Why didn't you believe him? I'll tell you why. For the sake of the church, you didn't want to believe what he said happened, and so you took Dave's word for it, and then you swept it under the rug, and then you convinced my wife to keep the lie going.
I convinced your wife that it would be ridiculous to worry you with this foolishness while you were on the road.
Foolishness?
Yeah.
And when I got home?
By the time you came home, the situation had been neutralized.
Oh, really?
Shh, let them handle this.
Oh, I will. That neutralizing part just got to me because I was the one being screwed. Literally.
Will!
Look, I didn't come here to argue with any of you. I came here to clear the air and to make things right.
The air was clear before you got here.
No, listen, stop. I'm sorry, Pastor. As you can see, my husband's still kind of upset.
What about you, buddy?
What about me?
You were there, right? Tell them. Tell all of them.
I can't do that.
All of this is lies. Your son was never violated.
I believe my son and my daughter.
What?
She says she believes our children.
Since when? You didn't back then?
I did. I believed them then, Pastor, and I believe them now.
Wow. You know what? I think it's time for me to go. I just...
Oh, no. We just getting started.
You know what I will say? I'll say that whatever may or may not have happened all those years ago was a mistake, and maybe I could have handled things a little differently.
Wow.
I apologize if I caused your family, all of you, any pain. But if Dave did half of the things that you guys are accusing him of, he had to be sick, right? Really sick, and no, not an excuse. It's truth. But the church is the place where you go when you're sick and when you need help, correct?
The church is exactly the place to go. The problem isn't the church, Pastor. The problem is that church.
Hold it.
No, you let my husband speak.
Go for it.
You know what, Pastor? I had such hatred in my heart for you
Ditto.
up until this very moment. And not because of that weak apology you spouted out, but because through this storm, I got my family back.
Congratulations.
And you know, I thank God for this test. We may have barely passed it, but together we got through it.
And Pastor, maybe it means something to you or not, but I forgive you. And Dave. Not just because I want to see Jesus, but because I can't hold this pain for you or Dave in my heart. Not for me, not for our children. So I forgive you.
That's great.
Keep them spirits right over there.
Will do. Well, I guess I can say this was a very productive meeting, correct? I look forward to seeing you in church on Sunday.
With all due respect, Pastor, this Sunday I will be handing you my letter.
No, you won't. On this Sunday, we'll be handing you our papers. And we will be going to our son's church, where the truth of God is really preached.
And he's saved.
Wow. Well, you know, I guess this was to be expected, right? It's great. Congratulations. God bless you all. You have a good evening.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
That's one lonely woman. Betty, did you mean what you said? Are you really going with me?
Of course I am. Of course I am.
And the part about joining my church?
Absolutely, baby. Of course, you're not going to be there because you're moving to New York.
That's right.
Oh, yeah, about that. I changed my mind.
You what?
I mean, I think I was just trying to run away from my pain. And like Daddy just said, I just got my family back. And I thank God for that.
Hallelujah. You know what? I am so excited I could burst.
Don't burst here.
No, I'm not going to burst right now because we have a party to get ready for. So let's do it. Oh, I want to call Miss Barbara. Do you mind?
Oh, yes, please.
I
That
wanted to
woman
be
put in a
here.
lot of work with us. She
Yeah,
deserves
she
to
did.
celebrate.
Yeah, but we paid for
This
it.
is your party, Sarah.
We paid for it.
Who paid for it? We who? You ain't paid for nothing. You ain't got no money. You still live in our house.
Yes, I understand. Okay. No, but I gave you the address. You couldn't find us in the system by our address? No, yes, Miss Barber. I mean, ma'am, is she okay? Oh, okay, sure. Sure, okay, bye-bye.
What happened, Ma?
I told them that I wanted to speak to her, Miss Barber, but they said they need to come around. So I said, come on, we're here.
Only Ma would invite a random stranger over our house.
Yeah, like, she invited the homeless man over for dinner. Remember that?
That's all right. He was a nice homeless man. How's everything looking over there?
Everything's looking great.
It looks good?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. Oh, I like that. You want to put this one over here?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's kind of nice.
You like it?
Oh, I got it. Hey! Oh, good to see you. Come on in. Let me take your coat.
Well, you know I like the party.
I know you like a party.
Hey, son, I know
Hey,
you wasn't
Mother.
leaving us.
So did I, Mother Smith.
Mother likes to party.
Make yourself comfortable now. Get your little snacks or something. You guys all right? Good.
Oh, I'll get that. Hello, may I help you?
Yes, how you doing?
Yes.
I'm here from the United Family Organization. I spoke with someone not too long ago.
Yes. Hi. Come on in.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. So Miss Barber, is she all right?
So yeah, that's one of the reasons that I wanted to come and talk to you all. We don't have an employee by that name, so I'm not sure who you were talking about.
That's not possible. We've been coming for a month, like once a week, every month. Are we once?
Okay,
Yeah.
Could you tell me what day your sessions were on?
Well, our sessions were on every Wednesday.
No, Wednesdays, that's not possible.
No.
Our offices are closed on Wednesdays. We have staff meetings every Wednesday.
Seriously, that's not possible. We've been coming to see Miss Barber once a week on Wednesday for a month.
No, ma'am.
Miss Barber, B-A-R.
Ma'am, I know how to spell Barbara.
Oh,
And like I said, we don't have an employee by that name.
Well, we've been paying for these sessions. Where's our money been going?
So actually, that's the second reason that I wanted to stop by. Here are all of the checks that you've been sending us. We don't have anyone by that name, so we really don't have anywhere to apply it. So I wanted to make sure that you all got your money back.
Thank you.
Thank you for your
And
honesty.
I'm so sorry for any inconveniences that this may have caused your family.
No problem. We appreciate your
thank you.
honesty.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, have a
Take
good
care
one.
now.
All right.
All right, be safe.
Not a single check from Teresa.
Wow. That was so strange.
I am
Very.
Oh,
lost.
Lord.
What just happened?
How can all y'all be in the ministry and be so blind?
Huh?
Didn't you pray to the Lord to ask you to help with your family, Pastor Will?
Yeah.
What about you, Betty?
Every day.
Nathan?
Absolutely.
Then why are y'all surprised? Why are you shocked that he did just what he said he would do? He sent his own angel to help their family. Do you know how special y'all all must be?
I never seen it.
You in it too deep. It's personal for you. It's okay, just thank God for it.
Hallelujah, Jesus.
I
Hallelujah.
am still in shock.
Don't
That's how
just sit
she was.
around and stand around looking dumbfounded. Turn the music up. Let's give God even more praise. For after all this, family has just been touched by an angel.
Hallelujah.
I have to believe everything will be alright. I have to believe everything will be alright. I have to believe everything will be alright. I have to believe everything will be alright.
Life has a way of turning pieces into tears, shaking you from the very root built on for years. Pain so deep, load so heavy, no rescue in view. But God told me, He told me to tell you, here's what you do.
I have to
oh Lord, everything
will be alright.
Be alright.
I have to
oh Lord,
everything will be alright.
I know these words you've heard for so long. Seek ye first, pray don't cease, but things still go wrong. Trust what I say, no man here has seen all the days, but if nothing else, we have the gift of today.
I have to
oh Lord, everything
will be alright.
Be alright.
I have to
oh Lord, everything
will be
alright. One more step, one more door, could be a new way of life. Press towards the mark, and everything will be alright. Don't look down, don't turn back. You gotta move straight ahead. Don't let fear down or strike when you gotta trust God instead.
I have to
oh Lord, everything
will be alright.
Be alright.
I have to
oh Lord, everything
will be alright. I have to everything will be alright.
Be alright.
I have to
oh Lord,
everything will be alright.
That's my aunt.
All right. Did everyone enjoy themselves? Can we give the cast of Touched by an Angel one more hand? All right. Now it is time to meet the cast. We have Miss Lachelle Wright as pastor. We have me, Dorothy. I was from the United Family Organization. We also have Miss Victoria Thompson as Mother Smith. We have Elder LaFawn Davis as Wayne. We have Minister Andre Dowdy as Nathan. Miss Gabrielle Ajay as Teresa. Miss Wanda Lawrence as Betty. Mr. Gregory White as William. We have your writer, the director, and Mrs. Barbara Lakeisha Love Don Askins.
Hello, everyone. Thank y'all so much for coming. I hope you all enjoyed yourself. I want to say that I could have never done this without this amazing ensemble behind me. Each and every one of them did an amazing job at this, the parts that was given to them. I want to be clear that this story was not fabricated. I'm not sure if y'all got a chance to read the back of the program. These things actually took place. This is not a made-up story. So when we were tasked with this job to come up with the next play, I was very hesitant on if I wanted to put this show on. One, how it was going to be received, how it was going to be heard, and who is going to play these parts, because these are personal stories. Everybody can't do that. And the first person that had to sign on is my mama in the play. And she did an amazing job, because nobody else could have did this and understood my vision for this role. And I said to them, thank you, I said to them, there's not just one thing here, though the molestation was the focal point of the story. There's so many different sub-stories that's going on here, whether it be relationships that has been in the church that's been for many, many years and you lost your way, whether it's the response to being molested and how you respond to that, and how some people use promiscuity, some people use drugs, the list goes on. Or also the people who use church as, I use the term, a scapegoat, because sometimes it's not that we don't love God, of course we do, but we put so much focus on that relationship and you avoid dealing with a matter. And that can become very dangerous, because you are the church, we are one body, and it starts at home. And until we deal with that, we just plan. And I think that we need to focus a lot more on that. And I said, when they told me, they said, well, let's do this about molestation, I started writing, and I'm like, you know what? I'm not disputing it. Things are happening to children. It's all over the news. We see it every day. But the thing that we forget is that we have a whole generation of people who was hurt, and we have yet to deal with that. And we won't say it out loud, but you have to think sometimes, where was all this conversation at when it was us? Where were all the people that was gathering around saying, it's 5 o'clock, it's 9 o'clock, it's 11 o'clock, do you know where your children are? We were once those children. They didn't come for us. They didn't call for us. They didn't ask us how we're doing. We didn't have therapy sessions. We were to get over it. And now, as a parent, we have to come and guard our babies. And yes, we do that as our responsibility. We need to make sure that do not happen to another child. But we still have to deal with our own stuff first, because it comes out in different ways. Our children, our jobs, our loved ones, our relationships. These are the ways that it presents itself if we don't deal with it. At least have the conversation. We're not here to say that we are going to heal you in one day. What we're saying is we want to start the conversations that we haven't had in the past 20 years. Back there on the table, there's a whole lot of different pamphlets that my wonderful mother, who played the role, Miss Wanda, got for us under Light of Dawn. You will be seeing a lot more of Light of Dawn coming up, but there's a whole lot of pamphlets. Take a pamphlet with you. If you know somebody who might need it, take a pamphlet. If you need somebody to talk to, everybody on this stage is a willing vessel. Call me. If you don't got nobody else's number, every ticket, every flyer has my number on it. I won't answer the phone. How many times have I answered sleep? I'm still going to talk. I'm going to tell you I'm asleep, but I'm listening. I'm going to tell you the truth. Please don't walk away and not have somebody to talk to about that. I want to thank you all again. I really, really hope you enjoyed yourself. We will see y'all again on next year. To my cast, I love each and every one of you. I'm quite sure y'all should know this by now, but I'm going to tell you again just in case you don't. I'm appreciative. I love you, and I want us to take our final bow for 2019. Thank you all.
a train.